Thank you very much. My name is Javed Afzal and I represent SMIDA. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the organizers, Aruj and Tahira Shaheen and other team as well for organizing this wonderful event. Uh, because this relates with, stimulating the exports and anything contributing to exports fascinates me because whatever I have learned about the development or SME development or private sector development or economic growth, the growth has to be export led growth. So that is why it is extremely important to focus on developing and promoting the export sectors in Pakistan. So it is, I think, the right kind of intervention at this point of time when we direly need to boost our exports. Now, since SMIDA has the focus on SME sector, the general issues faced by the SMEs relate to, policy and regulatory aspects. They relate with technology. They relate with human resource development. They relate with the availability of financing opportunities. They relate with infrastructure. They relate with research and development. So, with this perspective of issues of SME sector, SMIDA has a three-pronged strategy to address the issues of the SME sector. On the one hand, SMIDA tries to address the policy and regulatory issues faced by the SME sector. Then we focus on sector and cluster development. And thirdly, we uh, try to provide business a range of business development services to the SME sector in Pakistan. Uh, some of the speakers have already mentioned on ease of doing business, regulatory issues faced by the SME sector. I would just like to update that uh, sometime back, SMIDA submitted a revised SME policy to the federal government. And more recently, the federal government approved action plan of that SME policy through which the provincial governments were directed to establish provincial working groups on SME development and implementation of that action plan. That SME policy includes various thematic areas, which include, policy and regulatory aspects, SME definition. I mean, defining a startup, defining micro, small, medium, and large enterprises, and segregating them. Uh, then there is a lot of focus on regulatory side, and there is a concept of regulatory guillotine that is given in the SME policy. And when this was reviewed in National Coordination Committee at the federal level responsible for implementation of SME Action Plan, it was, discussed that since an initiative of Pakistan regulatory modernization was already going on with BOI, Board of Investment, at the federal level, of course, with the cooperation and support of the provinces. So this initiative of regulatory guillotine of SME policy was dovetailed with the already in place PRMI, which is Pakistan Regulatory Modernization Initiative. And almost 100 plus regulations have already been identified through PRMI, and they are in the process of, modification or being incorporation of changes required for creating enabling business environment. Another initiative which is already going on is ease of doing business, through which the ranking of Pakistan for ease of doing business has also improved in the recent years. So this is also linked with that. We also sought inputs from the chambers of commerce and industry and trade associations for regulatory amendments which are required by the SME sector. So these are also being, communicated to BOI, being the lead agency for leading this initiative. Now, this summit has special focus on Sialkot. I would like to mention SMEDA's interventions, development interventions that SMEDA has made for Sialkot specifically. SMEDA has carried out 3 major infrastructure development projects at Sialkot. One is Sialkot Business and Commerce Center. This is a joint project of Sialkot Chamber of Commerce and Industry and SMEDA with the funding of Government of Pakistan, and certainly a share of Sialkot Chamber of Commerce and Industry as well. This is a multi-story building. The idea is to showcase the products made in Sialkot, and this facility is just ready for product display of made in Sialkot, and we have already housed a number of SMEs within this premises. It also has the incubation facility, and we are in collaboration with Sialkot Chamber of Commerce and Industry approaching to the industrial sectors to showcase their products at the product display facility of this Sialkot Business and Commerce Center. Next project SMEDA carried out at Sialkot is Sialkot Industries and Development Center. We call it SIDC. There was a time when international football cups were played with the hand-stitched footballs made in Sialkot, but then later on, almost a decade ago, Adidas introduced a mechanized thermomolded ball with which the hand-stitched technology became obsolete for the high-end market of the international exports of footballs. So that was the time where some technology interventions were required, and at that point in time, SMEDA made this facility available at Sialkot, where we have a facility of manufacturing thermomolded mechanized footballs, and through this facility, this also created a demonstration effect through which there was the opportunity for local industry to see the concepts and replicate that type of manufacturing facility. So almost the last 2 World Cups have been played with the mechanized balls exported from Sialkot with the support of Sports Industries Development Center, and a number of individual enterprises have also established their own manufacturing facilities of footballs, thermomolded balls, which are high-end balls being exported from Sialkot. Our center is tremendously contributing for this sector. And the third intervention is Product Development Center, which is a new project SMEDA has started. Its civil work is completed. This is for support of composite-based sports goods. There was a time when wood-based materials were used for various sports items, including rackets, hockey, bat, billiard sticks, etc. But now composite-based materials are in, and the international markets require such products which are made of composite goods. So that technology is also, rare in Sialkot, although a few of the factories are using this technology, but a large number of enterprises need support for this technology. So realizing this fact, SMIDA is in the process of establishing this product development center where there will be opportunity for the industries based in Sialkot to bring in their raw materials, get it processed from the latest machines and technology, and then to export. This will also give technology and research and development and demonstration effect support to the industry. These three are the specific projects for Sialkot. Apart from that, we have countrywide initiatives, of course, through which Sialkot's industry gets benefit. Also, for example, we have National Business Development Program, which is funded through PSPP of the federal government. Through this project, SMIDA has been able to, contribute for capacity building of SMEs to a great extent through various awareness and training programs. Through this program, we are also offering small grants to the small and medium enterprises that is also underway. And we are also, developing research reports which are beneficial for the business community. We also have SMIDA's help desk at Sialkot, which facilitates for business walk-ins, which is also located at the Sialkot Business and Commerce Center, which is next to the building of Sialkot Chamber and Commerce and Industry. Talking of COVID situation, I think SMIDA more recently published a report with collaboration of Asian Development Bank Institute, which revealed that Pakistan's economy has been one of the resilient economies in the regional context as compared with other regional economies. And also, specifically, Sialkot industry has shown resilience to a great extent, because if we look at the statistics of export figures for the last few years, while we saw the overall decline in exports, but the industries or exports from Sialkot, especially the surgical sector, has been one of the promising and most resilient sectors which was not affected during that decline period. Sialkot's industry, Sialkot's Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Sialkot's other trade-specific organizations, they are doing pretty well, but still we need to capitalize from the situation or the status which we have now. In order to capitalize the situation, I think there is need to focus more on human resource development, on improving technology and productivity, quality also, and a bit of more focus requires to be given to branding also. When I had the opportunity to look at the export scenario of some of the sectors, I had a chance to notice that the price Pakistani exports are fetching as compared with other competitors is far less. So that is mainly because of quality related issues or lack of branding. So if we are able to address or improve upon these two aspects on quality of the product as well as with the introduction of more brands, that may help tremendously, to increase the export in terms of value. So while thinking on improving the exports, both in terms of quantity as well as in terms of value. We need to have more focus on improving export through value. And as Waqar Saab also mentioned, that some of our sectors are focused on traditional kind of exports. Looking at the surgical sector, if you look at internationally, the high value added items are body implants and electromedical equipment. So I think both the development organizations, including SMEDA, Board of Investment, Engineering Development Board, for some of which the other speakers also mentioned, TDEP, Punjab Small Industries Corporation, as well as the private sector need to, look into the possibilities of diversifying and taking the opportunities for going on high value added items like I mentioned, body implants and electromedical equipment. And there may be similar examples for other sectors as well. So that may also help tremendously. And in this post-COVID scenario, IT has played a vital role, and a number of initiatives are underway to, make a transition from conventional approach to this requirement of the time, most modern times. So a lot of more focus is required to be given on IT-based skills and training our human resource. University graduates also need to be, taken on board. And when I look a model of, in Pakistan higher education system, see, in case of an MBBS doctor, there is a compulsory house job, and immediately after completion of bachelor's degree, an MBBS professional enters into the house job, and after completion of the house job is ready to, contribute as a skilled professional for the sector. So a similar model needs to be introduced or transformed for other fields of study, like for our engineering graduates, and I think for almost all the fields of study, so that after completion of formal education, immediately the students undergo a period of training, compulsory training, and after that, if they are available for industry as skilled professionals, they will be valued high. So these are some of my inputs for this, and with this I would like to conclude, and I would also like to thank once again the organizers of this seminar. If there are some questions, I am available. Thank you.